in line
Fair Verona.
in fair Verona, where we lay our line.
Scene.
In fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge, line,
Breaks and
mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventures, piteous overthrows, do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love and the
continuance
and the continuous line again.
of their parents' rage,
And the continuance of their parents' rage, line,
which but their children's end,
could not, line,
could remove,
could be removed. Line again.
is now the 2 hours traffic,
It is now the 2 hours passage. Could not remove. Is now the 2 hours passage of 2 hours traffic of our. Is that the 2 hours traffic of our line?
of our stage.
Is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. Line? The which, if you would patient ears attend, would hear shall miss our line,
Toil,
our toils shall strive to mend.
lights change.
Gregory, oh my word, we'll not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we being Kohler, we'll draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of the collar.
I strike quickly being moved.
Yet thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir. To be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague.
That shows thee a weak slave, or the weakest goes to the wall.
True. Therefore, I will push Montague's men from the wall and thrust his maids to the wall. I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I'll be cruel with the maids and cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids. Or their maiden heads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in sense that feel it.
Me they shall feel when I am able to stand. And 'tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not fish. If thou hadst, thou wouldst been poor John. Draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of the Montagues.
World, I will back thee.
How, turn thy back and run?
Hear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let them begin. Line.
Let us take the law.
Let us take the law of our sides. I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them, if they bear. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir? I do bite my thumb, sir. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir? Is the law of our sides if I say aye?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir. No, sir. If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you. No better. Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes. Better, sir. You lie. Draw if you be man. Gregory, remember that splashing blood.
Hold!
Part fools. Put up your swords, you know not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio. Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up your sword or manage it to part these men with me.
What, draw on and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward.
What noise is this? Fetch me my longsword. Ho!
A fresh like your sword.
Thou villain, Capulet!
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel, will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts, that quench the fires of your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins? On pain of torture, from those bloody hands, throw thy mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word by thee, old Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon to hear our further pleasure in this case, to old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Oh, where is Romeo? Have you seen him today?
My lord, an hour before the worship sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drave me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore, that westward rooted from the city side, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into the cover of the wood. I measuring his affections by my own, that most are busy when they are most alone. Pursue my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shun who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning has he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew. Line
Adding the clouds.
louder, please.
Adding the clouds, more clouds.
Adding the clouds, more clouds with his sighs. Line,
But also soon,
but also soon as a cheery line again.
all cheering sun.
But also soon as the all-cheering sun in the east, line again,
Should in the furthest east begin to draw.
in the furthest east begin to draw, line,
The shady curtains from Aurora's bed.
the shady curtains from Aurora's bed. Line,
Away from the light steals home.
away from the lights, steals home my heavy son, and there pens himself in his room, pulls down the windows and shuts out the curtain and makes himself an artificial night.
See where he comes. So please you, step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied.
Line,
And would thou wert so happy.
would thou wert so happy by that to note his shrep, my shrep.
Good morrow, cousin.
The day is so young.
But you struck 9.
I mean, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out!
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, the love so gentle in its view should be so tyrannous and rough in truth.
Alas, That love whose view is muffled still, sure without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh, me, what fray was here?
Oh, well, this.
Tell me not, for I've heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then? Oh, brawling love! Oh, loving hate! Oh, anything of nothing first creates! Oh, heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health, still waking sleep. It is not what it is this love, feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz I rather weep.
Good heart of what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why such is love's transgressions? Griefs of my own lie heavy my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have them pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of my own. Love is a smoke raised with the fume of sighs, being purged, a fire sparkling with lovers' eyes, being vexed, a sea nourished with lovers' tears. What is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gall preserving sweet? Farewell, my cuz.
Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He's some other where.
Tell me in sadness, who is it you love?
What shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan, why no, but sadly tell me who.
Bid a sick man in sadness make his will, a word ill urged to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I am so near when I suppose you love.
A right good mark, and she's fair that I love.
Oh, my fair mark, fair cuz is soonest hit.
Well, in that hit, you'll miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow, she hath Dine's wit. And in strong proof of chastity, well armed, from love's weak childish bow, she lives unharmed. She'll not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saint seducing gold. She that is rich in beauty, only poor that when she dies with beauty dies her store.
Then she had sworn she would still live chaste.
She had forsworn to love, and that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me, forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think!
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, hey, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to call hers exquisite. And question more of these happy masks that kiss fair ladies' brows. Being black, put us in mind, they hide the fair. He that hath struck him blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note, where I may read who passed that passing fair? Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I, and penalty alike, so 'tis not hard to think that men so old as we can keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying what I had said before, my daughter is yet a stranger to the world. She's not yet seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride ere we think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she are happy mother's maid.
Too soon marred are those so mothers made. Earth hath swallowed up all my hopes, but she is my hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart, the will to her consent is but a part. And within her scope of choice lies my consent in fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest such as I love, you among the store, one more, most welcome, makes my number more. Come, go with me. Go, Sirrah! Trudge about through fair Verona, and look these names out, whose names are written there, and to them say, my house and welcome on your pleasure stay.
Tut, man, one fire burns out another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Take thou some new infection to thy eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Your plantain leaf will be excellent for that.
For what, I pray thee?
For your broken
Shut up,
shin!
my Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and torn. Go ahead, good fellow.
I pray, sir, can you read?
I am my own fortune and my misery.
I pray, can you read anything you see?
If I know the letters and the language.
Ye speak honest. Rescue Mary.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselmine and his beauteous sisters, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, my uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline, Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and that lively Helena, a fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up
Whither?
to supper to our house.
Whose house?
My master's?
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now I'll tell thee without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray, come and crash a cup of wine. Rescue Mary.
At the same ancient feast of Capulets, sups the fair Rosaline whom thou so lovest with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with untainted eye compare her face to the one I shall show, and I will make you think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since first the world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in the crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other's maid. And I shall show you, shining at this feast, and she shall scan show now that shows best.
I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in the splendor of my own.
Change.
Nurse, where is my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now by my maidenhead, at 12-year-old, I bade her come. What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid, where is this girl? What, Juliet?
How now, who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will? Here is madam. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back. I remember it, thou hearest our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Oh, faith, I can tell her age under an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 of my teeth, yet to my teeth be it spoken, I have but 4. She's not 14. How long is it now till Lammas tide?
It's a fortnight, not days.
Even or odd, of all the days of the year, come Lammas eve at night shall she be 14. Susan is she. God rest all Christian souls were of an age. Well, Susan is with God, she was too good for me. But as I said, on Lammas eve at night shall she be 14. That shall she. Mary, I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake now, 11 years. And she was weaned. I never shall forget of all the days of the year upon that day. For I had laid wormwood to my dove, sitting in the sun under the dove house wall. My lord and you were then at Nantua. Nay, I do bear a brain. Anyway, as I said, when it did taste the wormwood on the nipple of my dug and felt it bitter, pretty fool to see it touchy and fall out with the dug. Shake, quoth the dove house. 'Twas no need our trial bid me trudge. And since that time it is 11 years. For she could stand alone, nay, by the road she could have run and waddled all about. For even the day before she broke her brow. And then my husband, God be with his soul, it was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou hast more wit, wilt thou not, Jewel? And by my holidam, the pretty wretch left crying, and said, I, to see how a jest shall come about. Oh, I warrant I should live 1,000 years, I never shall forget it. Wilt thou not, Jewel? It stinted, and said
Enough of this. I pray that you keep that peace.
Yes, madam. Yet I cannot choose but laugh to think that it should leave crying and say I. Yea, quoth my husband, wilt thou not, Jewel? Or fallest upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou hast full wit. Wilt thou not, Jewel? Oh, and it stinted and said I.
And stint thou too, I pray thee, nor say I.
Oh, peace I've done. Oh, God mark thee to his grace. Thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed. That I might live to see thee married once I have my wish.
Mary, is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married? It is an honor I dream not of. Think of marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Oh, a man, young lady, a man is all the world. Oh, he's a man of wax.
For the summer hath not sucked a flower.
Oh, nay, he's a flower, in faith a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? Read o'er the volume of young Paris' face, and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. What obscured in this fair volume lies, find written in the margent of his eyes. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him, only lacks a cover. That book, in many's eyes, doth share the glory, that in gold clasps locks in the golden story. So shall you share all he doth possess by having him, making yourself no less.
No less, nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris love?
I'll look to like, if looking liking move, but no more deep will I dart mine eye, than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
There was a lover and his wife, and I know.
Give me a torch. Enough of this ambling, mean but heavy. I will bear the light.
Hey, gentle Romeo, we must have you dead.
Not I. Believe me, you have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stays me to the ground. I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
Too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light wings. And so bound I cannot bound a pitch above to a woe. For love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, should you burden love, too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It's too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in, a visor for a visor. What care I, what curious eye, to cook deformities?
Oh, come knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man be taken to his legs.
A torch for me, so that wantons light of heart tickle the senseless rushes with their heels. For I am proverb with the Grandshire phrase, I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
Tut! Done's the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of this surreverence, love, in which thou stickst up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight. Ho!
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay, we waste our lights in vain, like lamps by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in that, or once in our 5 wits.
And we mean well in going to this mass, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh! Then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spiders' legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the collars of the moonshine's watery beams, her whip of cricket bone, the lash of film, her wagoner, a small gray-coated net, her chariot, an empty hazelnut, and in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love, or ladies' lips whose straight-on kisses dream, which oft the angry mad with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. And sometime comes she with a tithe pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as a lies asleep, then dreams he of another benefits. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breaches, emboscados, Spanish blades, of healths 5 fathom deep, and then anon drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. This is that very mad that plats the manes of horses in the night, and bakes the elf-locks and foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, when maidens lie on their backs, that presses them, who learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she!
Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace! Thou talks of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered, puffs away from thence, turning his face to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
You're too early. For my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars. Shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen, strike drum!
Lights change.
Welcome, gentlemen! Ladies that have their toes unplugged with cords will walk about with you! More light, you knaves, and turn the tables up! More light, more light! Quench the fire, the room's going too hot.
The hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth's too dear. Measure done. I'll touch with my hand, and in despite, line.
I'll watch her place of stand.
I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now forswear its sight? For I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares the slave come hither covered in antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now, by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead. I hold him not a sin.
How now, kinsman, wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, the villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman, and to speak true, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. Therefore be patient, take no note of him. It is my will, the which, if thou respect, put on a fair semblance, and put off these frowns, and ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
This, when such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him!
He shall be endured! What goodman boy? Go to. Am I the master here, or you? Go to. You'll not endure him. God should mend my soul. You will make mutiny among my guests. You will set cockle, you'll be the man.
Why, uncle, 'tis a shame.
Go to. You are a saucy boy. This strictly chance scathe you, you know what? You must contrary me. Marry, 'tis time, well said. You are princocks. Go, be quiet. More light! More light! Or I'll make you quiet. What? Cheerly, my heart!
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this, my lips, two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands, the pilgrim's hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints' lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou less faith, turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. As from my lips by yours, my sin is purged.
And have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips. O trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
You kiss by the book.
Madam! Your mother prays a word with you.
What is her mother?
Married bachelor, her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that she talked withal. And I tell you, he that lay hold of her shall have good chance.
She a Capulet? Oh, my dear child, my life is my foe's debt.
Away, be gone. The sport is at the best.
So I fear the more is my unrest.
Come, nurse. What's yon gentleman?
The son and heir of old Tiberio.
What's he that now is going out of door?
Oh, Mary, I think that'd be young Petruchio.
What's he that follows there that will not dance?
Oh, I know not.
Don't ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
find thy sender out.
Romeo, my cousin Romeo!
He is wise, and on my life hath stolen home to bed.
Oh, he ran this way and left this orchard wall called, good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo! You lives? Madman. Passion. Lover. Appear thou in the likeness of a sign. Speak with one rhyme, and I'm satisfied. Cry but I be. Pronounce but love and dove. He heareth not, he stirreth not, he moveth not. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eye, by her high forehead and her scarlet lips, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thighs, and the domains which there adjacent lie, that in thy likeness thou appear to us.
And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him.
It cannot anger him, but anger him to raise a spirit in his mistress' circle, letting it there stand till she had laid it and conjured it down. That was some spite. My implication is fair and honest, and in his mistress' name, I conjure only but to raise him up.
Oh, come. He had hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Oh, blind is his love, and this befits the chart.
If love is blind, love cannot hit the mark. Now will he sit under a medlar tree. And wish his maid were that kind of fruit as maids call medlars when they laugh aloud. Romeo, that she were, oh, that she were, an open arse, and now a puppering pear. Romeo, good night. Feel better, it's too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here, that means not to be found.
He just had scars that never felt a wound.
White.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vesture livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off! Oh, it is my lady. My love, and she knew she were. She speaks, and yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer, I am too bold. It is not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? Oh, the brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy regions stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night.
I need.
She speaks. Speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being o'er my head as a winged messenger of heaven under the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy basin of clouds and sails upon the bosom of air.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or if that will not be but sworn my love, then I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is mine enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name! By what is in a name? By which we call the rose by any other would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain thy dear doff thy name, and for that name which is in no part of thee, take all myself.
I take the other! Only my love will be new baptized, henceforth I never will be Romeo!
What, man? I thus have esteemed a knight so stumbless on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo? And a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me and wherefore. The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and this place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings that I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are no what to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Like, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight. And, but thou loved me. Let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
And whose direction found us at this place?
My love, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot. Yet wert thou as far as the vast shore washed with the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek. I dwell on form, pain, deny what I spoke, but farewell compliment. Does thou love me?
Yeah.
I know, thou will say I, and I will take thy out thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou may proofs false. A lover's perjury, then say Jove laughs. Gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinks I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. But else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond. Therefore, thou mayest think my behavior light, but trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those who have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardest, ere I was ware, my true love's passion, therefore, pardon me and do not impute this yielding into light love that the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear.
Do not swear by the moon. Constant moon that monthly changes in her circle door, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
My heart's dear
Well,
love.
do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too sudden, too rash, too unadvised, too like lightning, which doth cease to be, ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. Our bud of love by summer's ripening breath might prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night. As sweet repose come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Won't thou leave me so unsatisfied?
And satisfaction canst thou have tonight.
You shall thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would give it to her again.
Dost thou withdraw it for what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give thee again. And yet I wish for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. Juliet? I hear a noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little. I'm coming.
Blessed, blessed night. I'm afeard being tonight all this but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Great words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one opportune to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lie, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world. I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee. By
comes from love as schoolboys from their books, but love goes from love towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo!
My dear!
What does Mother say to thee?
At the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 hours till then. I forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till I remember it.
I shall forget. To have thee stand there remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stay. To have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone. Yet no further than a wanton's bird who lets it hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with the silk thread pluck it back again, so loving, jealous of his liberty.
I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I. Then I will kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night to it tomorrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eye, peace in thy breast, where I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest.
Gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. Now, ere the sun advances burning eye, the day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry, I must upfill this austere cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. Oh, nickel is a powerful grace that lies in herbs, plants, stones, and their true qualities. Not so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. Nor not so good, but strange from that fair use, revolts from true birth, stumbling on abuse. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice sometimes by action dignified. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence, and medicine power. For this, being smelt, with that part each cheers each part, being tasted, slays all senses with the heart. To such opposed kings encamped and still, in man as well as herbs, grace and rude will. And where the worser is predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Good morrow, Father!
Benedicity! What early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to give good morrow to thy bed. Care keeps his watch in every old man's eye, and where care lodges, sleep will never lie. But where unbrooded youth, with unstuffed brain doth couch his limbs, there golden sleep doth reign. Therefore, thy earliness doth me assure thou art uproused by some distemperature. Or, if not so, then here I hit it right. For Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline? My ghostly father now. I have forgot that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee, ere thou askest me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me, that's by me wounded. Both are remedies within thy help and holy physic lies. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined, save what thou must combine by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed and made exchange of vow. I'll tell this as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis. What a change is here. thou this love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's hearts lies not truly in their heart, but in their eyes. Taste, Maria, what a deal of brine hast washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline, and art thou changed? Pronounce the sentence then. Women may fall when there's no strength in men.
Thou chides me off for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
And that's me bury love.
Under great to lay one in, another out to have.
Pray thee, chide not. She whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow the other did not so.
Oh, she knew well I love did read by rote and could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect, all thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow. They stumble that run fast.
Where the devil can this Romeo be? Is he not home tonight?
Oh, not to his father's. I spoke with this man.
That pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him, show that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, has sent a letter to his father's house.
Challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master. How he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo. He is already dead. Stabbed with a white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with a love song. The very pit of his heart cleft with a blind bowboy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats, I can tell you. Oh, he is the very courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion, rests me his minute rest, 1, 2, and the third in your bosom, the very butcher of a silk button, a duelist, a gentleman of the very first house, of the first and second cause, the immortal passado, the punto reverso, the high!
The what?
A pox of such antic lisping, affecting fantasticos, these tuners of accents. By Jesu, a very good blade, a very tall man, a very good whore.
Oh, here comes Romeo! Here comes Romeo!
You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip, can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, my business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That is as much to say, such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hand.
Meaning to curtsy.
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Come between us, good Benvolio, my wit's face.
Switch and spurs, or I'll cry a match.
Hey, if thy wits run the wild goose chase, I have done. For thou hast more of the goose in one of thy wits than I am sure I have in my whole 5. Was I with you there for the goose?
Thou was never with me for anything, though thou was never there for the goose.
I will bite thee on the ear for that.
Nay, goose, bite not!
Now, is this not better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable. Now art thou Romeo. Now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature. For this great love is dribbling love is a great natural that runs lolling up and down to hide its bubble in a hole.
Here's goodly here.
Oh, a sail! A sail! A sail!
Sail, my
A
sail!
sail! I found to hide her face, but advance the fair face.
God you good morrow, gentlemen.
God you good day, fair gentlewoman.
Is he good then?
'Tis no less, I tell you, for the body hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
Oh! What man are you?
One gentlewoman that God hath made for himself to mar.
By my troth, it is well said, for himself to mar, quotha. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you had found him than he was when you had sought him. I am the youngest of that name, for a fault of worse.
If you be he, sir. If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to some supper.
Abad! Abad! Abad!
Yes.
Romeo, will you come to your father's? We'll to dinner thither.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell.
Lady. Marry, farewell. I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this so full of his ropery?
A gentleman nurse that loves to hear himself talk, and will speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
Speak anything against me, I'll take him down. And a world lustier than he is in 20 such jacks. Scurvy knave. And now must stand by too, and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure. Now, for God, I am so vexed that every part of me quivers. Scurvy knave. Pray you, sir, a word. As I told you, my young lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me say, I will keep to myself. But first let me tell ye, if ye shall lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, for a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, and therefore, if you should deal double with her, truly it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Oh, good heart, I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
Wilt thou tell her, nurse, thou dost not mark me?
We'll tell her so that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her by some means to come to Strip this afternoon, and there she shall to Friar Lawrence's cell to be shrived and married. Oh. Here's for thy pains.
Oh, no, sir, truly, not a penny.
So I say you shall.
This afternoon, sir, well, she shall be there.
And stay, good nurse, behind the abbey wall, and bring thee cords made like a tackled stair, which the high-top gown of my joy must be my convoy in the secret night. Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
Line.
Now God in heaven.
Now God in heaven bless thee. Hark you, sir, my mistress is the sweetest lady, when 'twas a little prating thing. Oh, there was a nobleman in town, one Paris, that would fain lay knife aboard. But she, good soul, had his leave see a toad as see him, a very toad.
Commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times. Peter, before and a pace. Before and a... Oh.
Dom, lights down. Lights up. Dom, lights down. Dom, lights up.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour, she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That is not so. She is lame! Love's herald should be thoughts which 10 times faster glide than the sun's beams, driving back shadows over lowering hills. Therefore, do nimble pinioned doves draw love, and therefore have wind-swift Cupid wings. Now the sun is upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 to 12 is 3 long hours. And yet, she has not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as the ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love. And it is to me. But old folks, many feign as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, pale, and heavy as lead. Oh God, she comes. Oh, honey noise, what news? Hast thou met with him? Oh, Lord, why thou lookest sad? If thou news sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am a weary. Give me leave a while. Oh, fie,
when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that, say either, and I'll state the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. It's good or bad.
Well, you know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excels all men's. And for a hand and a foot and a body, though they be not to be talked on, they are past compare. He's not the flower of courtesy, but I warned him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, girl, serve God. What have they done at home tonight?
What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Oh, how my head aches. Oh, what a head have I. Oh, it beats as if it would all fall in 20 pieces. Oh, my back. Oh. The other side. Oh, my back. Oh, beshrew your heart with sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
I faith, I'm sorry that thou art not well. Sweet news. Tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and a word of virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she's within. Where should she? How oddly thou repliest! Your love says like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
God's lady dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward do ye messages yourself.
Here sent and coiled. Come. What says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to church?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stands a husband to make you a wife. Now comes the wanton blood up in your cheeks, they'll be scarlet straight at any news. Hie you to church. I must another way to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go, I'll to dinner. Hie you to the cell.
I'm a high fortune, honest nurse Cromwell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands by holy words, then love devouring death to do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss, consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes a lady. Oh, so light a foot will never wear out the everlasting flint. A lover may bestride the gossamer that idles in the wanton summer air and yet not fall. So light is vanity.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him. Else's thanks to that.
Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, and that thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten with thy breath this rich neighbor's air, and that rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
Conceit, or rich in matter of words, brags of his substance, not of ornament. They are but beggars who can count their worth. When my true love has grown to such excess, I cannot sum up some half of my wealth.
Come with me, and we shall make short work. For by your leaves you shall not stay alone till Holy Church incorporate two in one.
pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape abroad. For now, these hot days is a mad blood story.
So I'm like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God send me no need of thee! And then by the operation of the second cup draws it on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fella?
Come, out as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved. Didst thou not fall out with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter? And now wilt tutor me from quarreling.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel I care not.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good day. A word with one of you?
And not one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word with love.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Can you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? Dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us. Look, they're nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Soon's consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw into some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
So peace ye with you, sir. Here comes my man. Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford no better terms than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason I have to love thee doth much excuse this appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain I am none. Therefore farewell, I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but loved thee, than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which a name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Come, dishonorable, vile submission. Alice Cicada carries it away. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Oh, good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives. That I mean to make bold withal. And as you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of the 8. You pluck your sword out of its pitcher by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your ears ere it be out.
I am for you, gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your passado.
Drop and Volio, beat down their weapons! Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage! Tybalt Mercutio, the prince expressly hath forbidden banning in Verona streets! Hold Tybalt, good Mercutio!
I am hurt. A plague of both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and had nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
Ah! Oh! Aye. Aye, 'tis a scratch. There, this is enough. Where's my pig? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so.
orders me with me. I have it, and soundly too. Your houses! Gentlemen, the prince is near ally, my very friend. God is mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt slander. Tybalt that an hour hath been my kinsman.
Oh, Romeo! Romeo! Brave Mercutio's dead. That gallant spirit hath espied the clouds, which too untimely here did scorn the earth.
Stays black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe. Others must end. Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain! Now Tybalt, take thy villain back again! The late thou gavest me for Mercutio's soul is a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both shall go with him! Thou, wretched boy! Who does consort with him here shall with him hence. Shall determine that.
Romeo! Romeo! Away! 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 Be gone! Stand not amazed! The prince will doom to death if thou art taken! Away! Be gone!
My unfortunate's fool.
Why dost thou stay?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky marriage of this fatal brawl. There lies a man. They slew my young Romeo, they slew their kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, prince! Oh, cousin! Husband! Oh, the blood is spilled to my dear kinsman! Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours, shed blood of Montague! Cousin! Cousin!
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray.
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoken fair, bade him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urge withal your high displeasure. All this uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, cannot take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast. Who all as hot turns deadly point to point, and with a martial scorn, with one hand beats cold at the side, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries out loud, hold friends, friends part. And swifter than his tongue, his agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes, underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but nearly entertained revenge. And tut they go like lightning, for I could draw to part them, was stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly.
He speaks false, he speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt! Romeo must not live!
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio, who now the price of his dear blood doth owe.
Not Romeo, prince. Mine.
He was Mercutio's friend.
He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what the law should end. Tybalt's death.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie a-bleeding. But I'll immerse you with so strong a fine that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor prayers nor tears shall purchase out abuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he's found, that hour is his last.
Lights down. End of Act 1.